Hello everyone, and welcome to the sugarcane farm tutorial. My name is KashMuney, that's Cash with a K, Money with a U, and let's get started. This is a flying machine-based sugarcane farm meant to give you as much paper you need so you can make all the rockets, maps, and books you want, or cakes if you need to make a lot of them. This farm produces 880 sugarcane per hour. You can add an auto-crafting system that converts your sugarcane to paper, and the farm is built to reduce lag. But anyways, let's get started with the tutorial. So first of all, we're going to gather our resources. I have them right here, but there is a material list down in the description for you to use. Once we get our resources, we need to find an area to build the farm. We need a flat area that's about 20 blocks by 40 blocks. So either you can find that in your world or dig that out yourself. Alright, so to start the farm, we are going to begin on one side of the area we cleared out and about the middle. So first we are going to dig out a little hole 2 blocks wide by 3 blocks deep, and then add a little staircase to get down to it. At the bottom of this hole, we are going to place a double chest and then 2 hoppers on top. We'll place another 2 hoppers on top of that. And then we will dig out 8 blocks in either direction and place hoppers leading into this center chest. Once you do that, we should get something that looks like this. The next step is to take some solid blocks and begin placing them on one side of the hopper, all the way down the line and extending over 1 block beyond the edge of the hoppers. And we'll do that on the other side. Be sure these blocks go on the other side of this chest as they are here. Then starting on one side of the hoppers, we are going to place 37 blocks. We will repeat this on the other side, and then we will connect these 2 long edges to form a rectangle. Once this step is done, we should get a 20 by 38 rectangle. Starting on one side of the hoppers, we are going to start placing a line of solid blocks, making sure to leave 1 gap between the perimeter and the line of blocks. Then we'll skip 2 blocks and place another line of solid blocks, and we'll continue placing lines of solid blocks, making sure to leave 2 spaces in between each line. When you're done, your farm should be looking like this. The next step is to add in the powered rails. Starting from the hopper end of the farm, we're going to skip the hopper, skip 1 block, and then dig 2 down and place a redstone torch in the hole. Then we can take dirt and just fill that in. We will continue to do this for every space in between the line of blocks. We'll go to the other end of the farm, and going 3 blocks out again, we are going to dig 2 down and place the redstone torches again. Then, starting from the hopper end of the farm, we're going to place a powered rail, a regular rail, and then another powered rail. The rail on top of the hopper should be turned off, while the one on top of the torch should be on. To ensure the powered rails don't mess each other up like this, first place the rail and then place the powered rails like that. So regular rail, powered rails, regular rail, powered rails. Once complete, go to the other end of the farm and just add in 3 powered rails. Similar to the hopper end of the farm, place a rail in the middle first and then the edge rails, just like this. We'll then take regular rails and connect the 2 sets of powered rails. We will then take our hopper minecarts and just place them on this unpowered rail like so. Make sure the hopper minecart is on a powered rail and not the regular rail. With our collection system in place, we can take our dirt and place it over the rails for the sugarcane to rest on. With our dirt in place, we are going to take some solid blocks and fill in the gaps between the dirt. Use the diagram on screen to figure out where to place your solid blocks. This will be important later for when we are building the flying machine. Taking our water buckets, we are going to begin filling in the gaps between the dirt. Next we'll add the sugarcane. Technically you need 372 sugarcane, but a stack will work to get you started. You just need to fill in the farm with what you have, and then as it grows up, you can harvest that sugarcane and fill in the rest of the farm. So let's place in the sugarcane. With our sugarcane placed in, we're going to take our leaves, and on top of these solid blocks and the water, we are going to place a line of them. I'm going to place it just like this. Because we do not have minecarts going underneath these solid blocks, these leaves prevent the sugarcane from getting lost down here. Still using our leaves, we are going to place a perimeter 3 blocks tall of leaves around this farm. So just like this. Before we get on to the redstone part of the farm, we are first going to just add a little ladder right here. Take out this row of leaves, replace it with solid blocks, and just add in your ladders right here. That way we can easily get up here to access the redstone once we put that in. For the first part of the redstone, we are going to go to the far side of the farm, the part without the chest. We are going to find the middle of the farm, which is right here, and destroy a couple leaves, then place in a few temporary blocks, dig down a bit, and then place our observer right there. And we can destroy these temporary blocks. Then we can take out this dirt and this rail, add in a solid block and a piece of redstone dust on top, and then put in a solid block right next to that. Then we are going to put a repeater extending out from that redstone dust, making sure to replace your solid blocks each time you destroy them. Then we're going to set this repeater to its full delay. We'll crouch and add a solid block going out of this repeater, and then another solid block on top of the repeater. Then taking 2 redstone dusts, we'll add it right here and here. And this will be our return mechanism for the flying machine. Then destroy the leaf next to this redstone dust and add in a piece of obsidian. This will stop the flying machine and keep it from going beyond the farm. We'll go back to the hopper side of the farm, and using the chest as the center, we're going to destroy the 2 leaves in the middle. On the right side, we'll add a piece of obsidian, and on the left, we'll add our redstone lamp and put the button on that. This will let us manually launch the flying machine. Speaking of which, we can build the flying machine. So going inside the farm, we are going to place an observer facing the redstone lamp, and then a sticky piston going out from it. We will add 2 honey blocks going away from that sticky piston, and then flip around, add an observer facing away, a sticky piston coming out, and 2 more honey. Then we'll place 8 honey blocks extending out from this one right here, and do the same on the other side. And it should look just like that. We can test it by pushing this button, and look at that, the flying machine's working just fine. As you can see, we're getting some sugarcane that's sticking to the top of the honey, and that's getting trapped on the leaves right here. So we're going to take our leaves and add them on the back side of the flying machine, just like this, and then place leaves on top of the flying machine. Going to the other side of the farm, we're going to add 2 leaf blocks on the left 3 rows of leaves, like this, and then 1 on the right 3 rows. Going back to the side with the flying machine, we're going to go to this left side and destroy these 2 leaves right here, and add in 2 solid blocks behind that. Place 2 observers right here, and then 2 repeaters going out of these observers. And we'll set both of these repeaters to their full delay. Taking solid blocks, we are going to build out from these repeaters and place 2 redstone dust. And then we can run a line of blocks from this redstone dust all the way over to our flying machine. Once we get to this redstone lamp, we are going to destroy these 4 leaf blocks right here, add in 2 solid blocks, and then we are going to run redstone from this lamp over to the observers. And at this corner, we are going to replace this redstone dust with a repeater. To check our farm, we can just add a piece of sugarcane right there, and it sends a flying machine. Now we just need to create a system to send our minecarts when the flying machine runs. That way we can pick up our sugarcane. So to do that, we are going to place 2 observers coming out of the one right here, and then 2 more just like this, forming a bit of an L shape. We'll add 2 solid blocks behind this observer, put in a redstone dust and a repeater set to its full delay, and then 6 solid blocks just like this. We'll add in 2 redstone dusts here, and then comparators, 1 facing forward and 1 facing backward. Taking 4 solid blocks, we are going to create a little staircase going down, and we can place redstone dust going down the staircase. Then we're going to run redstone dust along this line of solid blocks right here, and when we get to this piece of obsidian, just to the right on this solid block, we are going to add a repeater, and then put redstone dust on top of the rest of these solid blocks. And just like that, the farm is done. If we take a piece of sugarcane and add it right here to send the flying machines, as you can see, our flying machine will get activated, and then as it breaks our sugarcane, it is going to get knocked down here, and once it gets knocked onto the ground, it is going to be picked up by hopper minecarts. Just like that. After AFKing for 2 hours, this is how much sugarcane I got, which averages to about 880 sugarcane per hour. To add the optional Autocrafter, we are first going to need the resources required for the Autocrafter, and then we will dig out a little space for it. A 2x7 space should work just fine, 2x7 around this chest. So then we are going to destroy this chest, and destroy one of these hoppers, place it going into the hopper next to it. Then we can place our Autocrafter facing upward. Digging down a little bit, we can get around here and place a hopper going into the Autocrafter. Next, we can take a solid block and place it going away from this Autocrafter, and then place a comparator, 3 redstone, a solid block, redstone dust on top, glass, and then 3 more solid blocks. We can place the rest of our redstone dust on top of these blocks. Going into our Autocrafter, we are going to disable the bottom 6 slots. Then we can take 2 chests and place them on top of the Autocrafter, and after putting some sugarcane into the farm, this thing will start working and we will begin getting paper. And feel free to cover up the redstone here. It doesn't look amazing. With that being said, that wraps up this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you like the farm. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps out my channel. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching and have a great day.